All right, gang, Wolfman Outdoors here, and I got a gear review for you. It's something I saw on ODGR, the Outdoor Gear Review. It was kind of funny, to be frank. This mesh fire pit. He said he got it for 20 some odd dollars US. I got it for like $18 Canadian, and I'll show you what it came with first, and then we'll do a light. Well, how's that for classy packaging? And it also comes with this handy little bag, which I gotta say, the quality is not the greatest. Looks like Luna's coming in to check it out too. How you doing, Luna? You wanna check out the bag? Quality's not the greatest, but again, the guy in the Outdoor Gear Review said he's had it for over 18 months, used it probably 10 or more times, and it still works. So what do you say? Give this thing a light and give you my notes as we go. All right, gang, there is the product in question, and I literally just lit some sticks, but look at how thin that mesh is, right? It's like thinner than mosquito wire. You could probably keep out no-see-ums with that. I did put it over my fire pit inlay in the yard. I've seen other people do it where they haven't, and nothing came out of it. I mean, even the ash doesn't. Sparks are too big to actually go through it and burn out. So again, I paid about $18 Canadian for this. This is the 22.5 inch version of this little fire pit. What's also really cool about it is that it's raised, right? So it's off the ground, and you were getting airflow all the way through the bottom and up around all the sides, which is entirely unique. Because like I said, you know, if you watch the short, this is kind of my go-to. It's a similar version to some of the other ones you've seen out there, which I won't name, but it's collapsible. Still quite heavy. We take this with us camping all the time. But it takes up space and it's heavy, and all we're really using it for is to get off the ground. You know, when the campsites are wet and the actual fire pits aren't emptied, and how frustrating that is. So I think as an alternative for us to be able to use something like this, $18 versus $250. $18 versus $250. Let's see if it's worth it. Stay tuned. Well, hey gang, Wolfman is back, and we're moving beyond sticks now, and we're putting on some heavyweight logs to see how they perform. One of the things that I did hear from the other reviews is that sometimes it burns through fuel a lot faster. And how could it not when you look at the airflow? And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see that now. Remember, if you know anything about fire, airflow is everything, right? But look at that. I mean, the weight supported, these are 3 very big cut logs. I haven't trimmed them down, which I would usually do. Sorry, we're giving Luna a bad moment in the fire video because she is not behaving herself, and you guys have never seen this side of Luna. Hey, making too much noise. Anyways, back to the fire. You can see we've got 3 very large logs on there now, and no problems at all with the weight. I can't remember how much weight it said this supports. I'll try and put it in the description because I don't remember, but it's a lot, and all of the components are stainless steel. So the legs, I didn't show you to put these up, but it is a bit pernickety when you're first trying to get the framework set up. And these little guys right here, which are the pins that hold the mesh in, they look kind of delicate, but again, the Outdoor Gear Review and a couple others, as long as you don't lose them, they last, and the heat never really gets out there to, you know, to do any damage. The only thing I've heard from some people, ODGR gave it a really good review for over 18 months of use, is that sometimes that mesh will only last 1 season, and you can order these separately. So the 22-inch mesh, you can actually order individually without having to buy the legs again, and very economical. So $18 for the whole kit, maybe another $5 to $7 for the mesh for replacement every year, and then off you go. So just couldn't be more impressed. All right, looking at the box, it does tell us that it's a 304 stainless steel, special heated resistant mesh material production. Heatability and durability is very good for, so not FOR, but the number 4, supports cross each other to weigh more than 5 kilograms. I'm assuming, because this thing weighs less than a pound, or a pound and a half, that it's going to support 5 kilograms of wood. So kilograms to pounds, for those that like pound conversions, you know, that's probably a good 12 pounds of, you know, wood right there that you can support. Support is made of 201 stainless steel. and 304 stainless steel for the mesh. So it's actually a higher rating, I think. I don't know anything about stainless steel numbers. And that's it. So let's see if on this box we can actually find any weight. Now we got a picture of fire with the glow. Another picture. More pictures. Let's see, we got something about robustness on the other side. Let's have a look. Delicate detail. Very important. Delicate finish. There we go. Still don't see anything about weight. I can say the ash is not falling through it, which is really quite phenomenal. Nope, same thing. Lightweight wood. So nothing on the weight, but I'm going to go with 1.5 pounds once it's in the bag. What do you say, Luna? Is that a good guess? 1.5 pounds? Yeah, and unlike the Firepit, which shall not be named, which kind of looks like this, and you might use it on a solo adventure, is purportedly smokeless. This definitely produces some smoke, but I gotta say, for a fire like this, that's pretty acceptable level of smoke. It could just be because I'm excited with this product. What do you think? Too much smoke? And you can see below, we burned through all that fine wood at the bottom, and we have no ash that has dripped through. There's nothing fresh in that pile below. That's all from this guy over here when we had dumped it. So nothing to report for any sparks or anything coming through the bottom. Yeah, and given the weight, I would say if you're backpack camping to a remote site and you want to have something that ensures you get a dry surface, why not if you've got the extra room for a small pack like that. And certainly for car camping, what a bonus. I can tell you right now, this thing is no longer coming with me. It's not taking up the space in the vehicle. This is what I'm going to take for my summer camping, to have that fire pit off the ground, in the situations where it's not necessarily good. For those that have traveled to provincial campgrounds in Ontario, I love their fire pits because they have a grate which you can cook over as well. And they're generally pretty good. But again, when you run into weather situations where the ground is not cooperating, where it's wet, why not have something like that? Just a little thing that you can pack along with you to make sure you got it off the ground. And I've heard from a couple of reviews that even damp wood, which you have trouble with in a regular one because of airflow, will actually light on this. It'll dry out much faster. So at any rate, the only downside again that I've heard was that it will burn through wood faster. It does want to burn hot because there's nothing blocking airflow. There's no bottom, there's no sides. It's 100% airflow both from the bottom and on the sides. So other comments that I've heard, people were saying, well, what if it blows over? But I can tell you, I'm going to point to the fire again. With the weight of the wood and just how splayed out those legs are on the bottom, this thing is not going anywhere. I would be shocked. And if someone's been out with this and it got blown over in the wind, by itself I can understand. But when you're actually burning wood, I would be shocked and amazed, right? So this thing, because of the way the wood on top and just how splayed out these support feet are, I just can't see it going anywhere ever. So yeah, color me impressed for at least the first burn.